fishermen do.
Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I was surprised that one only hunter was eating the boar. I think it was a small bug. And the scout staying stuck with the last deer is something which definitely can be fixed. And inside I think that ElephantMan do have a pretty decent arcade here.
Apa sasananya, Baginda?
Yep, loom was delayed. So as soon as the loom is research is done, it might go for feudal age with a pretty decent economy. Yeah, that's really unfortunate to see that scout staying stuck that way. I guess it definitely needs to know where is the opponent, so the scout needs to move, or the castle won't be built at the good place in front of the town. Alright, the scout eventually found its opponent. So I recently tested this version of MangudAI, but it wasn't against ElephantMan. I don't remember which AI was the opponent, but I noticed that MangudAI in team games is pretty good in finding an opponent and in targeting the pocket, which look to be pretty efficient. So I assume that it is gonna be pretty efficient against ElephantMan in the 4v4, which is coming after this game. So I'm curious to see who is gonna be the first attacker. We've got actually 4 MangudAIs and almost 10 elephants. Alright, here we go for the fight. Yeah, MangudAIs are doing a pretty good job. Close to the castle, it's pretty safe, but it doesn't prevent to lose some villagers besides this. But do MangudAI-all-in need villagers, to be honest? Okay, the problem actually is MangudAI needs gold. And ElephantMan is actually booming with 3 TCs. Oh, I guess that the lack of villagers is preventing MangudAI-all-in to train its military units. Yeah, wattle is there a condition to prevent MangudAI to train its military units? At least we've got one MangudAI which is trained. Ballistic is pretty important, that's a good point. Alright, we've got 36 civilian population for blue and almost 70, yeah, 70 now for blue, for red, sorry. Yeah, I think that MangudAI-all-in lost a bit too many villagers. At this point, after 27 minutes, it's definitely supposed to have its 50 civilian population already trained. Okay, the circus is back. And what can make sometimes MangudAI-all-in pretty strong is when it sends a bunch of MangudAI in the enemy's economy. But I guess it won't be the case in this 1v1. Especially because it did not manage to mass enough of its units. Alright, a precious second castle. This castle is really important for the gold miners. That might help a lot. I think that it would be time for ElephantMan to start training some rams. Alright, so it's interesting to see what is gonna happen now, because blue didn't do any damage. So is it too late now for MangudAI-all-in? Alright, after 36 minutes, MangudAI-all-in is eventually coming in the enemy's economy. But I think that the +1 defense for the elephants might be pretty important now for ElephantMan. It makes the elephants really more scary. I'm surprised by the fact MangudAI-all-in doesn't have Buck in a row. Wow, so close to lose the TC. So close. $25 HP. Okay, I wanted to be sure what unit would be targeted by the MangudAI. It looks to be the infantry instead of the elephant, which is something good. Yeah, I think that at this point, those unique units, the Karambits, are definitely working pretty well in this situation against those MangudAI which are hit and running. Speed is key. Alright, we've got Elite Battle Elephant. I guess that's the next assault, might be the final one.
Apa syaksananya baginda?
Okay, at this point I think it's over. Oh, well, it's nothing. I thought it was some MangudAIs which were hit and running, but it's not the case. I can increase the speed, game is over. Alright, GG. I think that the 4v4 is going to be pretty interesting to watch. Alright, if I'm right, it's the first loss of MangudAI-all-in in this tournament. So it does have its revenge right now. Good luck, both AIs. So I think that MangudAI should take this one, especially if the pocket attack the enemy's pocket, because ElephantMan will have no defense in the early Castle Age. What's up with those scouts? It looks like green is okay, they are fighting against each other for this deer. But blue did win. That's quite funny. Well, I think that green is sad because it didn't find any deer to lure. So it tried to steal the one of the blue player. Okay, so blue did find a range, gray found its closest enemy. Well, every opponent is gonna be found. Alright, so every ElephantMan is up to castle. So right now let's see the timing. Green and teal will need to attack purple and yellow quite fast. At least we've got 3 TCs each, which might help to defend. But purple and yellow will need the stone to build the precious castle and train its unique unit. And stone is not protected, so in case MangudAI target the stone mill, that would work pretty well for MangudAI. Yeah, definitely. If the MangudAI just moved in circle around the castle, that would be pretty efficient. interesting to see that green helps blue instead of attacking purple. Okay, it's what I was talking about. Preventing Mr. ElephantMan. Well, to gather some stone would hurt a lot, but unfortunately for MangudAI, ElephantMan managed to have the stone for the castle up. Purple does have already a castle, so I think that pockets are safe now for ElephantMan's team. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty hard now for MangudAI to slow the boomers now with those castles and TCs to defend. Well, purple has not been attacked, so that's gonna be a danger now. Well, at least orange has been hurt a lot. And blue seems to have not been hurt at all. Well, the first assault from purple shouldn't hurt that much, because it looks like the Karambit are gonna die against the castle. Alright, green is researching Imperial Age. Well, it's pretty efficient actually, this pressure on the front of the pocket. So orange is 34 population. Well, I think that MangudAI did a great job slowing down the pocket eventually, because ElephantMan is supposed to reach Castle's pocket quite faster than that. And this is so many Karambits killed by those MangudAIs. It probably explains this huge score difference. Alright, so green has already its elite MangudAIs. It's not the case for teal. It looks like orange doesn't have TC anymore. So all what it can do is training battle elephant and monks. And yes, ElephantMan trade, of course, but not yet. Yes, we've got a bunch of trade cards, at least from purple and yellow, I guess, somewhere. Okay, it looks like Elite Battle Elephant is going to be researched by purple. Yeah, those MangudAIs are really doing a great job in the ElephantMan economy. That's an harassment. Alright, yellow does have its elite Karambit, which might help. And of course we've got the elite battle elephant for purple. What's the red population? Okay, a bit too low at this point to start an attack. Yellow is kind of low pop. I think that it lost a lot of lumberjacks. I think that red is gonna start to attack now. Well, I think that at this point ElephantMan should win this. I don't see how MangudAI could turn this game at its advantage now. Even yellow is fine. I didn't remember that ElephantMan wouldn't train any ram. Yeah, definitely I think that rams could be added to the military composition. Alright, green seems to be defeated now. And grey population is 23. Okay, next target is blue in 1 versus 2. And red is now focusing teal. Grey is almost dead, but it won't resign. Okay, wattle, I will do it. Honestly, the game is over. And elephants are so slow. Well, teal did have a decent army, but in fact the other allies are seems to be defeated. Oh, just received a message from Interlepus, who was happy to see that Bambi is qualified. In fact, Bambi did pretty well. Alright. GG. Kill ratio of MangudAI is just amazing. Green did great. Yeah, that's definitely amazing. Alright, so we've got a last one, which is a 2v2. Maybe we can just have a quick look at the bracket first. So actually the score is 2-0. It gives 8 points to ElephantMan. MangudAI is having 3 victories and 2 losses. So it makes MangudAI versus Novacat, which will be the last match, kind of a final to define the second qualified of this group. So I think that Novacat versus MangudAI should be streamed. It won't be today, it might be tomorrow, I think. I think that MrElephant would like to cast it. And it makes the 2v2 interesting for MangudAI-all-in, because a victory here could be interesting in its fight against Novacat later. So good luck. Oh boys, sorry. It is the third time it happens today. I'm really getting old, I think. So once again we see that MangudAI do have some troubles with the bordering. Well, I think that I will increase this part, the dark age at least. And I'll go back to 2 times the speed in feudal age. So what all do you use DUC to? I guess you do. Use DUC for your boar luring, because I would suggest you to use some duke to force villagers to attack the boar, and at least to send villagers which are shepherd on boar when it is hit. That would help a lot. Yeah, okay, well, I see what you mean. 2 times the speed when MangudAI start micro. But besides this, I don't like much to go 4 times the speed in Dark Age, even for ElephantMan, which use a bunch of DUC in Dark Age. But well. I went for 4 times the speed to make it more comfortable for viewers, because Dark Age is not very interesting. So I hope that blue won't be hurt too much by its issues with the boar killed too far from the TC. It's a bit late compared to blue at this point. I mean green. Yeah, blue is late compared to green. Yeah, I think that maybe yellow didn't like much 4 times the speed in Dark Age. Its castle age is not great, at least as melee.
Emo.
So it looks like blue did have maybe 30 seconds idle GC in Dark Age. I see wattle. Alright, I will speed up. Seems there is no fight. I got the feeling that things look better for MangudAI compared to the 1v1. At least this time green can attempt to harass the opponents. Well, maybe ElephantMan is the worst opponent for MangudAI, because it needs to kill enemies villagers, but those elephants just keep them busy. And the big problem is ElephantMan keeps training villagers, while MangudAI is busy to kill each elephant. So that's pretty hard for MangudAI to take an advantage from the situation. Let's compare the civilian population, each player. Yeah, it's already almost 20 more civilian population for ElephantMan compared to MangudAI. Alright, green is doing fine against yellow eventually. I'm just surprised to see that my villagers don't attack the rams, which are attacking the DC. Yeah, I was pretty sure that ElephantMan did have a code to attack the rams. Alright, so blue is researching the Imperial Age, so is doing green. Yeah, the game is turning clearly at the advantage of MangudAI. So yeah, I will need to see what happens with the code for the villagers to attack the rams. And those games give me some ideas to improve ElephantMan. Okay, so yellow is trying hard with 2 extra TCs. And red is researching Imperial Age. Well, not exactly, wattle. I mean, some villagers will go inside of the TC, but the priority will be given to attack the rams. At least I know that the code works pretty well in Wattle Empire. I was just pretty sure to have added this to ElephantMan, but it looks to be not the case. So it's a small addition I will do for the next round. And in addition, I think that I will give +1 defense for the elephant, especially against the enemy's range units, because I'm pretty sure that it would help a lot. Actually, the priority is given to the attack, but it's a huge mistake, especially against AIs like MangudAI. And I thought that this version of MangudAI would trade, but I don't see any trade cards at this point. So maybe the game is not over. Let's see if green managed to switch its target at time. Because at this point blue is gonna be hurt quite fast. Alright, no more TC for yellow. Alright, this is a key moment. Let's see if green can manage to hurt red's economy enough. I think that red is quite lucky with its 2 castles. Yellow to have 1 villager somewhere. Oh, this might be this one. I know that Wattle Empire do have also rules to attack rams which are attacking the castles. Okay, MangudAI doesn't trade yet, unfortunately. I see. Well, MangudAI is really close to win this. But I think that red is really lucky with its defensive castles. Yellow doesn't have any more villager. It looks like red is switching its target. It's now attacking green. Well, red does have 3 relics. From what I've seen, yellow does have 2 relics. So this is also an advantage for ElephantMan. Well, I think that this game can length quite long because green is defending pretty well. And even if it's almost dead, MangudAI can keep being annoying for the opponents. Only a bunch of MangudAI can do a lot. Yeah, blue is doing a great job here. I don't know what green is actually doing. Yeah, it's just moving around its own TC. Come on, green, come and fight. Okay, green is eventually coming. Alright, I think that we can say GG. MangudAI did it. Yep. Alright, so MangudAI managed to win the 2v2. I've got now a to-do list for ElephantMan. So congratulations, wattle. Alright, so it gives 4 points for MangudAI. So anyway, if Novacat Hun win 2-1 against MangudAI, Novacat would be qualified. So MangudAI just need to win. Even a 2-1 would be enough. I'm gonna check which group ElephantMan is gonna join for the final stage. Alright, this is Yggdrasil and Tron. And it means that MangudAI-all-in can potentially join the group 1 with Odette and Demon. Alright, so thank you guys for having watched. And yeah, definitely the qualification stage is really close to be finished at this point. So with the games which will be casted by MrElephant Monday and Tuesday, I think that we might be able to start the final stage the next weekend. So bye bye.